What's up, you guys? It's your girl Sky, and I'm back with another video. So this video is, somebody asked me a question in my comments. They asked me, they was like, I don't want to be nosy, but how did you become a single mother of 5? I really didn't know if I wanted to do this video, but I guess I want to go ahead and do it now and get it over with. Ooh. That lemon water is sour. I want to go ahead and do this video now and get it over with. So I did ask my family if I should do this video. A lot of people felt like I shouldn't do it. But I mean, this is my story. This is my life. I like doing YouTube. You know, and I don't want nobody to think I'm on here being fake or any type of person like that. So I want to go ahead and get this story over with. So I'm going to start. My oldest daughter has a different father. I met him after high school. I moved out of town with my aunt. I was working down there. I was doing hair. Worked at Bojangles. You know, I was, doing the things my mom taught me. And it's like, being down in that type of environment, it was a lot going on. Till I became somebody. I became somebody different. So I was running the streets, partying with my cousins, all that type of stuff. I was 18. So, anyway, I met this guy and we didn't even date. We actually really only messed around one time. And we were friends, and I never, I was partying. I never thought about, getting pregnant. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I've never done any of that stuff. So I didn't really, I was just, out being wild with my cousins. Trying to fit in, trying to be somebody that I'm not. And so a while later, I don't even know how long after that, but I just didn't feel good. Like, I just felt like I had like a cold. Like, it wasn't like how I feel now with this pregnancy. It was just like I felt like I had a cold. Like, I felt different. So me and my cousin took a pregnancy test at the same time. I walked out of the bathroom. I walked back in. The pregnancy test. One of the pregnancy tests said positive. One said negative. She said, "You pregnant?" I was like, "I ain't pregnant. You switched the test." She was like, "No, you pregnant." I was like, "Oh my God." I said, "All right, I'll find out." So I went to the health department the next day, and the lady was like, "You are pregnant." I was like, "Oh my God." My mom found out, because I did call and let her know. She found out. She said, "You come home right now." She put me right on the bus. She paid for my bus ticket, and I came right back home. I went through a lot in that pregnancy. Alright, so yeah, she sent for me to come back, and so I came back home. Okay. Now, for the last 4, I was in a relationship. I met a man when I was pregnant with my oldest daughter. So I met him in 2007. I met him in 2007. We dated, and because of the situation that I was going through when I was pregnant with her, I was homeless while I was pregnant with her. This man let me stay in his house. He made sure I ate. Like, I was a young girl, and you know, I was put out of my mom's home, so I had nowhere to go. And you know, he helped me, so I became attracted to this man. You know, Messiah, take it off the steps and don't do it again. So yeah, so after a while, he sent me back to stay with my mom, because I had got dehydrated at the end of that pregnancy. I wasn't sick or anything. It's just I looked sick, you know. So the family that I was supposed to be staying with and him, they all sent me back to my mom's. So then it was about 2011. We ended up meeting back up. I think he had just gotten out of prison or out of jail or whatever. And I seen him when I went down to visit my family. And my cousin's like, there he go right there. And I happened to call his phone. When I thought he got to his house, I happened to call his phone, and he picked up, and you know, we met up. It's like, and we met up or whatever, we talked, whatever. So we ended up back talking, and then we ended up messing around, and I ended up with my second child. I should have stopped there. I should have stopped there because while I was pregnant with my second child, he ended up cheating on me. He ended up cheating on me, but by the time I was already, I was already in love, because this man helped me when I was pregnant with my first child. You know, this man was there when I was at my lowest. So I was in love. He ended up getting locked up, and after my second child was born, he came out the same month that she was born. He moved in with me, and from then on, we was together. We had so many problems in our relationship. He has a drug problem. He has a drug problem that he can never let go. And he's older than me. He's like 40. I think he's like 44. So, you know, back then I was young, so I'm just putting up with all the lies and deceit. And in between all the lies and the deceit and all the pain and all the tears, and babies will continue to be made. After my second child came my third child. Mind you, with his drug problem, when he's doing drugs, he runs off for days at a time. And he comes back like a sick little puppy. And I'm mad at him while he's gone. But when he comes back, it's like I see his face. I see how sick he looks because he's done so many drugs while he's out. And I'm just like feeling bad. Like I put up with that so many years. So I got pregnant with my third child. He left one time. He came back. And that time when he came back, I tried to pack my kids up and I tried to leave. He was so upset with me that he punched me in my stomach. And after my third child was born, there was another child that I miscarried. I miscarried because he got locked up when he did one of his runoffs, and I was so stressed out, and I ended up miscarrying that child. Now, before, when I was also pregnant with that child, I ended up finding out that he was sleeping with he ran off with my car, went to a hotel, and was sleeping with a woman. He left my car at the hotel and ran off with her. How I found out, I called his phone. I had a password to his voicemail, and she was like, "Baby, were you at the room?" And I'm like, "What?" So I ended up calling the number back, and she was just like, "Yeah, he's with me," and da-da-da-da. And I came in the background, and she was like, "You stole her car?" Because I told her he stole my car. She was like, "You stole her car?" And he was like, "Man, hang up the phone," and he hung up on me. Me, like a dummy, I took this man back when he came back. Jesus, help me. Let me tell y'all, I was a stupid woman. I was that type of woman who, no matter what her man did, I made an excuse for everything that he did. Everything that he did. And I don't regret none of my children, but I do regret being with that man. Okay, so then after that, after I miscarried the baby, I'm doing a video. Keep your hands to yourself. After I miscarried that baby, I ended up pregnant with my twins. His father moved in with us. So his father moved in with us. I was over his father's check. And, you know, he's always had for months, he'd do great. Like, he was a great father. When he wasn't on drugs, he always had a job. He provided, you know, but like I said, he had those spells where he'd run off. So I was on his father's check. His father felt like I wasn't giving him his money because his father liked to blow money on alcohol and stuff like that. So that's not what I was supposed to give it for. But anyway, his father ended up leaving to go stay with his sister, and she ended up getting back on his check. But the last check that I had received, I was supposed to be giving him some of the check because they said that I wasn't supposed to give him all of it because he was still staying in my house. So I was supposed to give him some of the check. The guy that I was with, I gave the money to him because he said, "I'm going to go meet them and give them the money." I said, okay. I gave the money to him. Mind you, this day, we was moving out of the house that I was staying in. So me and the kids were, you know, packing the stuff up. He was supposed to also go to the storage building and drop a load off at the storage building because we were waiting for, you know, our next place to be ready. So he was taking us to the storage building. An hour passed, the sister and the dad shows up and asked for the money, and I'm like, "I sent it with him to bring it to you." She was like, "He didn't come." Now mind you, he was on an ankle bracelet. So I called the police. I called the ankle bracelet, the people that was monitoring, and the police officer that was watching at that time, he's always tried to look out for him. So he told me exactly where he was. So when I went to where he was drunk and high. He hadn't spent all his dad's money, and mind you, he had my car. With my stuff in it that's supposed to be going to the storage. It was still piled up with the stuff. He never even stopped at the storage building. So I'm just like, dude, are you serious? So I was just like, you know what? I can't. And before we moved out of the house, the reason why he got put on the ankle brace is because he attacked me. I had to grab all my children. I had to grab my three children that I had then, and I was pregnant with my twins. He attacked me because he was trying to get my money that I had in my bra. He was trying to get it out of me, and so he attacked me, was on top of me, choking me, and trying to get the money at the same time. His dad got him off of me. I got away, grabbed my children, we got in the car, and I went up the street to a parking lot, and I called the police. The police came. He was high. He had drugs on him, and they arrested him. And so he went to jail. When he did get out, he had the ankle bracelet on him. Every time he's came back, it's always, I'm going to change. I'm going to do better. And, you know, there are people that has done drugs and has changed. But he never did. So when he did get out, he had the ankle bracelet. That situation happened with him taking my car instead of going to the storage building, and instead of returning his dad's money. So then we ended up moving into the apartment that I was in last. He moved into the apartment with us. While he was gone, when I caught him with the drugs and at that place, and you know, and I went and got my car, you know, his sister told me to get my car and all stuff like that. He ended up cutting the ankle bracelet off, or however he got the ankle bracelet off. All I know is he returned without the ankle bracelet on. So because he returned without that on, they put a warrant out for his arrest. DJ, I'm doing a video. So he was on the run. The police ended up finding him at my apartment. A couple months later, they ended up finding him at my apartment. My kids crying, seeing the dad being put into a police car. They're crying, they're hugging him for the last time of who knows how long. At that time, we did not know. DJ, you're grounded.
I want to sing.
I don't care, I'm doing a video. And I said stop. So at that moment, I just knew I can't do this no more. I can't put my kids through this no more. I can't put myself through this. I spent the entire relationship looking over my shoulder, trying to figure out, is he gonna run out today? Is he gonna take my car today? Like, I literally had to hide my keys. I had to hide money. There was one time he bought clothes for my kids, and he got upset with me. He started an argument because he wanted to go do drugs, and he ended up leaving with the kids' clothes and selling the kids' clothes. He sold the kids' clothes for drugs. There was a time when he had a phone that I had gave him. When he ran off, he sold the phone for drugs. The woman that was on his answer machine, they were together for a week. He was with her for a week. And then she called me after he came back. She called me the next day and was like, I'm pregnant. Which I knew that was a lie, because you can't find out in a week that you're pregnant. And then like the next day after that, she so-called had a miscarriage. So I was just like, you know what? it's so much. By the time I was pregnant with my twins, so I put up with a lot in that relationship. And I know a lot of people gonna say, girl, you was stupid, you was dumb. I was. I mean, I had family members helping me, you know, when he ran off. I had a church we was going to that helped me. He was not there to see the twins be born. My mother was there for every single pregnancy that I had. He was only there with my third child. The rest of the kids, he did not see them be born. He's only on my third child's birth certificate. I had a C-section with my twins. My mother was in the hospital with me. I mean, this man put me through so much. And he got out recently. And I promise you, my family, like everybody, just thought I was going to forgive this man. Everybody thought I was going to be with this man. I shocked them. I shocked myself. I cannot do it again. I cannot do it again. I cannot be with this man. Yes, he was good to my children when he was there. But when he constantly keep running off, that's not being good to my children. That's not being good to me. I spent so much. I was miserable in that relationship. I was depressed in that relationship. I cried so much. I put up with so much in that relationship. I felt like I had to be with that man because of how I looked. I felt like I had to be with that man because I had his kids. I felt like I was worth nothing. There are a lot of women out here, like my sister's going through a situation now where nobody in the family likes who she's with. He disrespects her. She just got evicted with her child. And stop. With her child, and he was also staying in the home, like, you know. So she's going through kind of a similar situation. Us women feel like we're nothing. We feel like we're worthless. You know, when a man tells us you're pretty, or you're special, or you're smart, like, you know, the compliments, they make us feel good. So we fall for those men, even though those men could be wrong for us. We put up with a lot that these men do to us. And I dealt with a lot in that relationship. And I never knew my worth. But when he went to jail this time, and I was raising 5 kids on my own, doing it, I knew what type of woman I was. That's my kids call me Superwoman. You know what I'm saying? Because I can do this by myself. You know? Then I felt like, really, airplane? So now I'm trying to raise my boys to be a better man than their father is. Like I said, he just got out. He's been out a couple months now. He went into a halfway house. He's taking drug classes, going to church constantly because that was requirements for the halfway house. And in that time, in the beginning, he was showering the kids with gifts because, you know, he had a job. He was showering the kids with gifts. You know, he'd send me a couple things, you know, trying everything he can to get back in. And he came to visit a couple times. And he just kept trying to kiss on me, hug on me. And it's like, I knew then, I felt nothing. I felt nothing for this man. I didn't want him to touch me. I felt disgusted. I did not want to be touched by him, period. And you know, I broke it down then one day, and it's like I said, I cannot do this. I cannot be with you. I had already told him I couldn't be with him, but it was just like this time, I guess it registered. I was just like, we cannot be together. We can co-parent, but we cannot be together. I don't mind you coming to see the kids, you know what I'm saying, at my mom's house, you know, where we're staying. You know, we can meet up places, whatever. I don't mind it. But we cannot be together. You cannot move back into my place. I have not heard from that man since. He does not call his kids. He does not see how they're doing. So I tried to do my part, and I've tried calling him to see, you know, can you come down and see the kids, or, you know, I can get away to bring them to see you. He has moved out of the halfway house, and I know he's back on drugs. How I know he's back on drugs? Because that's the only time this man does not contact his kids. That's the only time this man does not contact his kids, is when he's on drugs. I've called his phone. He still has his cell phone. He does not even pick up the phone. He does not even pick up the phone. If he was not on drugs, he'd pick up the phone, because he'd be like, it could be one of my kids. He won't answer. So you want to do drugs, do you. I went and signed up for child support for him. My oldest daughter's father's already on child support, but he just recently went and got locked back up. And he was only paying $50 a month anyway. So I now have them both on child support. I haven't heard anything about the other kid's father, because, you know, they had to find him and all that stuff since he's moved out of the halfway house. So I don't even know if they found him. I've checked my old mailbox. I haven't found anything. I'll probably call tomorrow or Monday and see what's going on with that case, or I'll look online. But yeah, I put up with a lot in a relationship, and like I said, I put up with it because I felt like I had to. I felt like I had to deal with what he put me through, and I learned, you know, after 5 kids. I mean, it took a minute, but I learned after 5 kids that I didn't have to put up with his mess, you know. As for the one that I'm carrying, this child was also made from a friendship that went too far. I know me and this dude, we conversate. I can't get him to make it to appointments, but he texts every once in a blue moon to see if I'm okay. I mean, I know that if I need to reach him, you know, I can call his phone, he'll answer. Alright, so my camera just said it was hot. I'm out here in the sun, so more than likely the battery is hot. So yeah, that's it for this video. I know a lot of people gonna have stuff to say, but as I said in the video, I already know that I was stupid, that I was dumb for putting up with the crap that I put up with that man. And you know, lesson learned. Again, after five children, you know, it took me a while to learn, but I did learn. And I hope this video helps any other young lady out there that's going through a similar situation, where you're in a relationship where you feel like you have to be in a relationship, because you don't have to be in a relationship. Even if y'all have multiple children, if y'all have one child, if that man does not make you feel loved truly, if he does things that hurt you constantly, if he does things, if he do it one time, okay, but if he come back and do it again, that's it. Don't continue to keep putting up with these men put you through. I did it, and here I am raising 5 kids on my own, almost 6. So I hope this video helps someone out here to understand that you have a worth, you have a purpose, you are loved. And if nobody else tells you that they love you, I love you, I'm proud of you. And I thank you guys for watching this video. I gotta get off because the kids are running amok. They're acting up. All right, see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.